Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. Scott Cooke, who is the Communications Director for the South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs, is with me. He is here for his kind of monthly update, and today we're actually talking about shredding, which is interesting. There's an event that's going to be near and dear to our heart here. It's kind of local. So Scott, tell us a little bit about that. But before you get into the event, let's talk about shredding itself, because it's an important step in trying to keep ourselves safe. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we encourage folks, if you have any of those documents laying around your house, anything with social security numbers, bank account numbers, any of those things with that personal identifying information that you don't want to get in the hands of other people, we really encourage you to go through that stuff and shred it from time to time. So that's kind of why we do a lot of different shred events across the state. And so throughout October, we're going all over the state, but then on Wednesday, the 22nd, we'll be there in Hilton Head at the Coastal Discovery Museum. We want folks to come out from 11 to 2 and join us for a drive-through shred event. And again, just kind of going through all those documents. If you're like me, I know I have a couple of boxes sitting in my closet in the bedroom that, I need to go through and take a look and ask myself, why do I still have these? And, go ahead and just get rid of it, because we know it's stuff that we don't need. So it'll help you kind of do that fall cleaning and get that stuff out of your house and that clutter, but it'll also keep it from getting in the hands of people who can, use it to create fake accounts in your name and things like that.
Right. And so you mentioned it's a drive-by event. Does that mean you kind of like just drop your boxes off, or how does it work?
Yeah, we'll have a line or two going of cars, and we just kind of encourage folks to stay in their car. We've got workers from Shred 360. They join us for these events. So they, provide the trucks, and they are free, and they shred everything on site, but they'll grab everything right out of your car. So if it's in the back of the truck or in the back seat of your car, whatever the case may be, they'll grab those boxes or those bags from you. We do kind of ask people to keep it to 3 bags or 3 boxes per car, just to kind of help us keep traffic moving. Right. But, they will grab that right out of the car for you.
Excellent. And as you mentioned, it's at the Coastal Discovery Museum, which, like I said, is right in our backyard. So that's pretty exciting. Anything else that's been happening on the horizon that we should be knowing about and keeping ourselves safe from?
Yeah, we just always encourage folks to think about that information that we have out there. So in this case, we're talking about shredding all of that stuff and, not keeping it laying around. But we also encouraging folks throughout October to think about cybersecurity awareness. Think about those links that you might be clicking on when they get text message to you and all that type of stuff. So you really want to control where you're sending your information to. Yeah. So anytime somebody's asking for money or information, really just verify that they are who they're claiming to be before you give that information over. So that's kind of part of that goes along with this too. And we have an identity theft unit at SCDCA. So those folks work hand in hand with people who are identity theft victims. So if that comes up, you can go to consumer.sc.gov, and we have that identity theft unit who can kind of walk you through that process, because we know it's pretty frustrating and it can be time consuming, but they can kind of help you go through that little checklist of different things you might need to do to better protect yourself.
Well, and unfortunately, the hackers and the people that want to steal our identities are getting more and more sophisticated. So it's a good thing that you have that department. Thank you for that service. And just one more time, October 22nd, 11 to 2 at Coastal Discovery.
Yes. We hope to see you out there. I'm planning to be there, so come out and say hi to us as we're there. And again, everything's free, so we'll just grab those right out of the car for you and hopefully get you in and out pretty quickly, as long as the line can keep moving. So that's why we ask you to stay in the car, and we'll grab everything out of there for you.
Sounds easy to me. Thanks, Scott, so much for being here, and thank you for doing this event.
Thank you.
And we'll be back, so stay tuned.